皆さんこんにちは。ウォッチ情熱応援団団長です。さて本日は前回お届けしたノルケインの紹介動画、本国ファウンダー CEO ベン・カッファー氏、そしてノルケインジャパンファウンダー CEO 浜健二氏のインタビュー、前回本編中に入りきらなかった内容、ロングバージョンにてお届けしていきたいと思います。ぜひ最後まで楽しんでいってください。それでは行ってみましょう。憧れの時計は遥かに遠く、故に私たちはどこまでも。男の夢、紳士の癒し、理想の時計を身につけた理想の自分に出会える場所。よろしければチャンネル登録、そしてグッドボタン押していってください。やる気が出ます。ではまずは創業する前の話から伺わせていただければと思います。
Well, I'm third generation of really, watch people. My father and my grandfather were both in the watch industry, so I was born with watch industry in my blood. But of course, my first work experience was then at 19. During my studies, I had to do a work apprenticeship. So I went to a family-owned Breitling at the time, did my work experience there, and actually stayed after that for 11 years.
お父さんの代、おじいさんの代から時計に触れてたということで、小さい時からやっぱり時計には興味があったんですか
？We had no choice. We were at home, my father together, we were talking about watches. He was talking about the watches that he is producing, and so watches were always a part of the family table discussions. And for my brother and my sister, who are now also in Norkein, it was the same. So we were always surrounded by watches. So of course the passion for watches has been in the family since the beginning.
ご自身のブランドノルケインを立ち上げようと思ったきっかけを教えてください。
That's the good question, of course. No, for me, as I said, the Swiss culture is a lot about watches. I mean, if you travel abroad as a Swiss citizen, very often people say, Swiss watches, or maybe Roger Federer. These are the two things that we hear a lot. And for me, I noticed that many Swiss watch brands in the last years, due to the success, have been sold to luxury groups. So I think it's important that in Switzerland we still have independent brands to really succeed. The culture of the Swiss mechanical watch from one generation to the next. And of course, with Norkein, this is our mission. We are the young generation in the industry, so we want to pass on this passion for mechanical watch to the next generation.
他にもスイスにはたくさんいろんな本当に素晴らしいブランドたくさんあると思います。で、スイス資本のものも多いと思うんですけれども、そこで例えばブライトリングからそちらに移ってもう少し頑張ってみようみたいな選択はなかったんですか？
It's a good question. For me, independent brands have always been a passion. I love them very much, but most of them are a very high price. So of course this makes sense when you have smaller productions to have a higher price. But for me, it was really the dream to imagine this spirit of independent innovation, high quality, below 10,000 Swiss francs, and to offer this to our customers. So this is why I decided to found Norkein with the same DNA, to really have this high quality innovation spirit and to offer something to the customers that, in my opinion, is something that is missing today in the market, because many brands have moved up in the price in the last 5 to 10 years. So I think there is a gap, and I'm very happy, to offer an exciting collection with Norkein to all the customers around the world.
最も難しい価格帯でのチャレンジだと思うんですけれども、勝算はありましたか？
Of course, if you have no confidence, no chance. So I'm a challenger guy, and I think the mission is a good mission. Because I think it's important, if we want to transmit the passion of the Swiss mechanical watch, it should be available below 10,000 Swiss francs. And this independent spirit of, really passion of the mechanical watch, in Norkein we had from the beginning. Even when we were 3 people, we believed. And today we are over 50 people. We are really happy. We are in 25 countries. We are very happy to be in Japan with we're around 40 stores now in Japan. So for us it's an incredible journey. But in the beginning I believed always, even many tough moments, tough challenges, but I always believed.
3人のメンバーとご自身は自信満々だったと思うんですけれども、奥様とか周りのご友人の方からのご意見はいかがでしたか？
Yeah, it's a good question, because the first time I spoke about my idea of Norkein and to launch a new Swiss watch brand and not even the idea of purchase an old brand, but really my idea always a new brand, modern, different, innovative, this kind of. My wife, she was very supportive because our son was 2 weeks old. So Ryan, he was only 2 weeks old. So as you can imagine, many wives, they would say, this is not the right time for this project. But she knows me. She knows the passion I have for the industry and also that, you know, this spirit of my life, my way. I've always been like that. I want to chase my dreams. So in this moment, I knew it would be very difficult. I believed, and with the support of my wife, my family, of course, I had additional energy. So that was a good base to start.
一緒にやろうってなったと思うんですけど、その時の状況どんな感じだったんですか？
いやもうとにかく、あの熱量、ものすごい熱量で、自分の思いをこれでもかって語ってくるわけですよ。で今自分が感じていること、それから将来に向けて自分がやりたいと思っていること含めてかなりの音圧で語ってくる、それは思いが強いからなんですけど、具体的なビジョンもきちっとある中で言いたいこと、思いの丈を全てぶつけてくる。
どんなこと言われたんですか？ちなみに。
いやその時はね、本当に今彼がまさに継続してやっている機械式時計文化をとにかく継承したいんだと、スイスの独立企業として徹底的にそれをやっていきたいんだと、ゼロから僕はチャレンジしたい、そういう思いを語るんですよ。
なるほど。でやっぱり危機感的なものが浜岡さん自身もあったってことなんですか？
危機感というより僕の中ではどちらかっていうと、彼自身が目指していることに対する実直な素直な思い、そっちに
彼に惚れたと。
いやまさにそうですね。ですから僕自身も時計をやってすごい長いですけれども、危機感というよりはそれが今の時代に機械式時計がやるべきことなんだって思わされてしまいましたね。
思わされてしまったんですね。そうなんですね。いやでもそこまでのキャリアを考えたら、赤さんにとってもキャリアチェンジって結構な冒険だったと思うんですけど。
いやところが私自身がずっと続けてきたことはまさにそういうことで、本当の意味でのスイス製の時計を、最高のクオリティの時計を伝えていくんだっていう信念のもとに活動をずっと続けてきてたんですね。ですからそういう意味では本当に守備一貫してるというか、その決断に全く迷いはなくて、どちらかっていうとここにそれを共感的に一緒にやっていける人間が、いるというような、そんな気持ちでしたよ。
なるほど、そうなんだ。でもこの先彼と一緒に仕事をしていこうと思えたわけですね、その瞬間に。
そうですね。それはもう直感的にそこだと、やっぱりこいつだと、やっぱり彼だ、やっぱりベンカッファーだっていう感覚かもしれないですね。
そうなんですね。実際ノルケイン始まってみて、ものすごいスピード感だと思うんですよ。
すごく速かったです。で何より一番いいのは、決断をすることがすごく早いです。彼は考える間もなく決断してると言ってもいいぐらい
信念がしっかりしてて、
ぶれないので、感覚で言うと脳みそ倍速もしくは3倍速ぐらいで、
そういう方の
早いです。
頭いいですね。
あんまり迷うところ見たことがないですね。
そうなんですね。
なので、そういう意味では時間を有効に使えるというか、そういう感覚はいつもありますよ。せっかちな部分もありますし、本音を思いっきり情熱を持って語れる相手なので、ですからすごく共感できることが多いです。ノルケインジャパンチーム、今私含めて3人なんですけど、みんなで本当に一丸となって、彼が目指したところを一緒に今歩んでるっていう感じですね。それがお店の方々の言葉を通じてお客様に届けられてっていう共感の輪が作れていると実感できるのがすごく楽しいですね。
なるほど。ベンカッファさん、若手の方にも好かれますか？やっぱり
好かれますね。スイスノルケイン社のチームみんな、ベンカッファのことはすごい尊敬してますし、彼が持ってる志とビジョンにものすごく共感しているので、日本でいうところのどうだろう、同好会とか、クラブのような、もう一つ違う言い方をするとまさに家族のような感じでみんな一致団結している感じですね。でそれがスイスノルケイン社だけじゃなくて、 大きな本当に家族がそこにある、そんな感じですよね。やっていますね。
なんか部活みたいですね、聞いてるとね。
そう、まさに部活。
楽しそうですね。
そんな感じですね。
なるほど。2018年創業されて、2019年には3つのコレクションをすでに揃えてらっしゃったと思うんですけれども、その3つのコレクション、どのように揃えられていったんでしょうか。
From the beginning for me it was very clear that I wanted to offer a collection with different styles. One collection, independence, being like the symbol of the brand as an independent company, being the collection for innovation, extravagance, different kind of special watches. And then we wanted to have a collection that talks about vintage, because this is part of our history in the Swiss watch industry, and we wanted to have a homage to these times, and we chose the Freedom 60 to talk about the 60s. And then last but not least, of course, a modern sports watch, the Adventure collection. We wanted to have something with the rotating bezel and just really our own design within this, I can say, modern sports watch that we see is a big trend around the world.
そのコレクション3つ作っていくという流れの中でケニッシュとのパートナーシップあったと思います。そして今年の6月からジャンクロード・ビーバーさんが加わって新たに次のコレクションという形で進めていったと思うんですけれども、多分多くのメディアではあなたに対してなぜ皆さんがそのように協力するのですかっていう質問が来ると思うんですよ。でも私が興味があるのは、なぜあなたがその人たちに協力を求めたのかというところが知りたいです。
Thank you.
It's the opposite side.
It's a first time to have this question this way. Normally I have the question other way. Easy answer. 2 times, it's my dream. Tennessee, we had the first meeting. I was really excited to drive to Geneva to meet them. I talked about our vision, why Noorkane exists, family-owned, long-term vision. We want to build something in the industry, pass to the next generation. And at the end of the meeting, Tennessee, as history knows, said to us, okay, we will do a partnership together and we will produce manufacture calibers. So this day I will never forget. The second day, which I will never forget, is Jean-Claude Biver coming. And there again, for me, it's Jean-Claude Biver is a legend in our industry. He's an amazing role model for every person working in this industry, I can say. So for us, being the young generation, I think we are lucky to be able to work with him. And so I can say, for me, it's 2 times my dream solution. And I'm very happy today that these 2 solutions worked.
ケニッシュにしてもビバーさんにしても、そういった巨人たちが注目するぐらいの活動をされてたっていうことなんですね。
We decided not to purchase an existing brand to tell our own story, and we're the young generation of the Swiss watch industry, and we want to do something for our industry. It's our culture. So I think it's an authentic, real story. And when I spoke to Jean-Claude, I can feel the passion between, because he loves the watch industry like I love the watch industry. So automatically we have this really strong combination together. And with Tennessee it was the same. I think that they can feel that we are in the industry for the right reason, with a long-term vision, and that we want to do something good for the industry and be a modern watch brand in a traditional industry. So these 2, of course, for me is a great solution. And I think the story, when we discuss together, I can feel that we both feel the same way.
他にも素晴らしいサプライヤーパートナーが協力していると思うんですけれども、やはり皆さん同じ夢でつながってるんでしょうか。
Yeah, it's a big part of Noorkane. Those first meetings were very important when we sat down with the leading suppliers and we explained what is our vision with Noorkane. Of course, in the beginning, very small quantities. So we had to convince these suppliers to work with us, even though in the beginning for them it was very, very small orders and production quantities. So I think it shows that the trust we have in the industry, that we can work with these suppliers. I think it's today the result of Noorkane. Innovative products like Wild One is only possible thanks to suppliers like Biwi, MRP that is doing our cases. So I can say there that working with the best suppliers for Noorkane is essential and allowing us to challenge and bring good products to the market.
我々ユーザー、ノルケインの時計を使うユーザー、ノルケインの時計を使ったことによってどうなってほしいと思いますか。
I think that's the nice part. I think the Noorkane customers that we have today, of course, they can have a very active lifestyle, They can enjoy the watch whatever they are wearing because it's a good sports watch. It's if you look at the Wild One, even extreme sports watch, we have a different kind of product. But I think it's a lot about the spirit also. What does it mean to wear a Norqain watch? And what it means is wearing a Norqain watch for me is a challenging spirit. This kind of spirit that you can say, my life, my way. I believe myself, I can chase my dreams. So the Norqain watch should always be a symbol of that because the Norqain story is a story of a brand nobody believe have a chance in this industry. It's a very, very complicated industry, the watch industry. So when we started, of course, many guys said it's almost impossible, but still we are here. And I think that this spirit is in our watches and it gives to our customers this same spirit to believe, to challenge and to chase your dreams.
では最後の質問になります。教えていただける範囲で結構です。今行っている最新のチャレンジ教えてください。
The challenge for us is definitely, at the moment we are in a very interesting phase with Wild One. We are in innovation. So we started with Jean-Claude. We have many other projects now that is coming in innovation, other materials, new calibers, this kind of. So we are really, after building this base, after 4 years, we have built the base. We are now ready to really start to do very different things. So that's very challenging, very interesting. I'm really enjoying. At the same time, it's also managing the growth. This year we grew by 110%. The team is trying to follow up. We are trying to hire more people, but it's difficult to keep up with the pace. So I think it's a big challenge for us to keep the quality of our service as a brand, our DNA, our spirit, and while we are growing. So this is my big challenge and mission, to make sure that Norqain always keep the same spirit, the same DNA. Even when we are growing, many new people are coming into the company and into the brand, that they understand what is Norqain, what is our spirit, what is our DNA, and why are we here. And if we never forget this, if we can stay the Norqain brand, the challenger brand, in the future, I think it will be very, very promising for us, but we need to make sure we can keep this spirit.
ありがとうございます。最後ではこちら日本のファンに一言。
So, こんばんは。Thank you very much for watching, and mostly thank you very much for your support. We're super happy. It's for us like a dream come true what is happening here in Japan. It's all thanks to your support. So thank you very much, and I hope I meet you all soon. Ciao.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much.
はい、といったところで本日はノルケインファウンダー CEO ベン・カッファー氏、そしてノルケインジャパンファウンダー CEO 浜中健二氏のインタビューロングバージョンにてお伝えしてきました。お二人とも信念全くぶれずにまっすぐお話しする姿、印象に残ったと思います。これからのノルケインの活躍、そしてスイス時計産業の未来に期待したいと思います。以上、本日も最後までご視聴いただきましてありがとうございます。また次の動画でお会いしましょう。